Hello everyone, my name is Katy from Greenland Quilter. Welcome to the channel tonight. I hope everyone's had a great weekend so far. And tonight I am just going to bind my Stronger Together 2023 quilt. I'm finally going to put the binding on it and yeah, get on with things. So that's what the plan is for tonight. If you guys feel like it, maybe you can share my link for my live tonight so people will come. Anyway, so what's everybody been working on this weekend? And Nikolai, what are you working on?
Dismantling the Legos that I've built the other last live, and I will start this one again. The loop,
The roller coaster?
the roller coaster loop. It's just fun to build. Dismantle it and fun. Always fun to build it.
Right now, what I'm doing is I am sewing strips together to create the binding part, and then I will press it and get it ready for sewing onto the quilt itself. Hey Shelby, it's good to see you.
Hi Joel.
Hey Robin, hey Glinda. I'm glad to see you guys. So I'm going to sew 6 strips together. I just did it, just guessing on how much I need for binding. I just got to watch this thing because it's being weird. Okay. Yep, yep, I sound better. I still don't have much of an appetite. But from my point of view, it's okay too, because I have plenty of storage hanging on my body anyway, so it can just use that for food. So it's all good. We both have had a nagging cough. It's driving both of us crazy. I'm just going to sew these all together first, and then I'll come back and press them and then trim them. And then I will go ahead and then press them and, fold it in half and get it pressed all the way through. And then I'll start putting it onto the quilt itself. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm hoping that by the end of the live, I will have another finished quilt to add to my little small growing collection. Because right now I only have, I only have actually two finished quilts. I did have 3, but I gave one as a gift for somebody's 60th birthday this past week. Oh, thanks, Glinda. I miss doing that. I enjoyed riding the horses, and I spent more time outside and in a saddle than I did inside. And if I wasn't in the saddle, I was outside gardening. I didn't spend too much time inside. Yeah, if I drank hot tea, I hardly drink any hot drinks, and it's too hot to drink anything hot. This house feels like a sauna. Super warm today. and there's a lot, seems to be quite a bit of humidity. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Nora, you're on my foot pedal, girlfriend.
Really giving you some goodies, huh?
Yeah, she's over there messing with the ball, and she rolled the ball over on top of my foot while I was pressing the presser or the power foot to move the machine. Looks like I got one more, and I'll have all of them attached. Yeah, the horse that you see me racing, his name is Shotgun, and I had gone through 3 horses before I found him. The horses I had before him were constantly, I would either get hurt because the horse would blow up right in the middle of the arena, or I even had one that didn't have a stop button. He would just keep on going and crash right into the arena rails. But I got introduced to him. He had been rehabilitated. Some young girls owned him at one point, and they didn't treat him the way he should have been treated. So he developed a dislike for teenage girls. And I don't blame him, because I watch a lot of the teenage girls a lot of them don't bother to warm up their horses before they race them in the arena. And when you have a horse that's been racing since he was 3 years old, warming up is a very good thing to do, because it keeps them from getting sore. And he had been racing since he was a 3-year-old. But he had a great temperament. Anyone could ride him, even a beginner could ride him. My husband, you probably saw the picture where my husband was riding him.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Nice Guy. You know, he was all business in the arena. When you got to the chute, it was like, okay, we're not going to mess around. We are going to run. No screwing around in the chute. But when it came to just regular riding, trail riding, or riding, you know, relaxed riding, he was that go-to horse, because you could just take him out anytime, and he didn't spook at anything. He was a good horse. And I missed out on seeing him one more time while I was in the United States. He passed away last summer, so I didn't get to see him again since I think the last time I saw him was 2017, honey?
I think so.
Yeah.
Last time you were.
It was the last time I was in Florida. I think it was 2017, before I went this year. I cannot see. Sewing with this dark thread might have been a bad idea. What, honey?
I got the movie music in my head again.
Yeah.
It's one of the, I think, one movie called Desperado with Antonio Banderas in it.
Yeah.
I think it was a Dire Straits that played that music, so it kept running in my head.
So what I'm doing right now is just trimming the seams. And then I'll take it over to the ironing, press it, and then fold it in half and get it ready. Okay, I need to go the other way. So what have you guys been doing this weekend? Anything special going on? Have you been sewing all weekend? What you been doing? Hi, Andrea. How are you? Hi, Vicky. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Gladys, come on in. Y'all come on in and sit down and relax and sew with me. We are working on binding today. We're going to finish this Stronger Together 2023 quilt. And then that'll leave my 2024 of knitting finished. It's I was thinking I'm going to put a border around it before I get it ready for quilting, and I don't know. I might pay somebody to quilt it. I don't know. I'll have 3 Stronger Together quilts after the 3rd one's finished. It's, you know, the top is done, but I just don't have the I don't have it quilted. While I was in the US, my friend Christine quilted the one that I'm about to bind. She did a super good job on it too. I'll show you the quilt in a minute, because some may have seen it, some may not have.
There's still no sewing studio for them.
Yeah. Somebody asked about it.
No, it's the same.
Yep, no sewing studio.
Yet.
I don't even know if we're gonna have one. The rate things are going. All right, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take it over to the iron. Maybe I can set up the camera or something where you can see what I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see if I can turn it around where you can see what I'm doing. Because right now what I'm going to do is press the seams, and then you're going to see my mess. I'm sorry. Okay. So at least you can see where I'm, my little tiny ironing station. Being lazy and getting over a flare-up. A flare-up of what, Robin? Vicky says she's getting some unfinished projects done and working on her sewing room. Shelby said she'd be right back. Someone's asking where Andrea lives. My internet keeps going off and on. Uh-oh, hurricane coming her way. She must live in Texas. Okay, I won't be able to see the chat for a couple minutes, so bear with me here. Babe, will you keep an eye on the chat while I press this? If possible.
Cooking at the same time.
Oh, I know you are. You don't have to like say much. Just keep an eye on if somebody asks a question. I can, you know, tell me and I'll answer it.
Sorry if I tipped the laptop up like that. I have to look at the same time. First thing.
So right now I'm pressing the seam flat, and then I'll go ahead and start folding it in half and pressing it. But right now, I just wanted to make sure I got that seam nice and flat, so it's not sticking out. And I'm pretty sure I have to trim a couple spots because I see dog ears hanging out.
I think Mama J answered the question.
About whether she lives in Texas?
Yeah, Alvin, Texas.
Okay.
Alvin, Texas, which is between Houston and Galveston.
Yeah, it must be South Texas. Okay, now what we got to do now is we got to fold it in half and start pressing it. What's the matter? This iron is really hot now. Burning my fingers. So what I'll do is I'll show you the quilt in a minute, and then I'll go ahead and start sewing on the binding on the back. Because I'm going to machine sew the binding on. Whew, this is hot. Ow!
So I'm building the loop again. Mama J.
Show it in the picture if you want.
I am about to.
Oh, okay.
I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Are they still talking?
Yeah, they're talking.
Okay. Anyone ask a question?
Oh, no, it's more each checking with you. Let's look at each other.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get this done. I could have had it prepped before the live, but I thought it would be a good idea so you could see what I was doing. You know, because maybe a new person's watching this and they don't know how to make a binding.
Hi, Joyce.
Okay, so what I did to make this strip is I cut 6 2.5-inch strips. They're 2.5 inches wide by width of fabric, and I cut 6. I'm sure that I will have extra left off. And then what I did is I sewed each strip together to the next strip, and I sewed it at an angle. Let me get this camera turned around so maybe I can show you. I don't know if you can see how I sewed this at an angle right here. And I sewed it at an angle so that when you lay it down, instead of having all that bulk in one spot, the bulk is in 2 different spots, and it'll help lay down better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it to the back of my quilt, and then turn it to the front when I get ready to sew the front, onto the front. So right now, I'm just getting it kind of semi-organized here. And then let me show you the quilt. I know most have seen it, but maybe there's a couple people that hasn't seen it. Let me spotlight myself. Okay. So this is what the Stronger Together 2023 looks like. It's all quilted and ready to go. Now all I got to do is get the binding on it. Okay. Hey, Joyce. How are you? Welcome back, Shelby. Hi, Linda. Bye, Linda. Uh-oh. They issued a flash flood in Andrea's area. That's not good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start sewing on the binding on the back. So this is the back side of my quilt. So you can see what it looks like. That's the back. And I don't have much room. All right, let me unpin myself again. And let's see if I can move this camera away a little bit. All right. Move scissors. Move everything out of the way that might get in the way. I'm just trying to get everything out of the way. Okay. How big is it? Hold on, let me check. I think it's around 55 inches, but let me check. All right.
You didn't need a hand with that?
I don't know, maybe. Actually, it is 51 1/4. No, 51 1/2. So it's 51 1/2 squared. 51 1/2 inches. Okay, now let me see how I'm going to do this.
Quilt is gorgeous.
Thank you. Okay, well, let me see here. I'm going to sew this on the back and I'm going to just start somewhere. Maybe about midways I'll start. All right, and I need to change my foot back to the 1/4 inch foot.
That's just a half of it, Glenda.
So what I'm going to do is, you saw where I said I had folded it in half and pressed it. So this is going to be what folds to the front. So you want the raw edge to be facing out when you sew it on. And you want to leave a bit of a tail up here so that you can, when you get ready to attach to both ends, you will have enough enough room to do that without having to fight with it too hard.
Here's the other half.
I'm probably going to regret using the same color thread because it'll be harder to see. And I'm just going to take my time, not get in a hurry. I probably should have put my walking foot on here, and I will probably when I flip it over to help move the quilt along. Because it is definitely heavy. I definitely need the walking foot on here. When I get down here to the end, I'm going to determine where the 1/4 inch is at. That'll, you know, in the other direction, and that's where I'll come off at to make sure that I don't overshoot it.
Good. Nice, Charlotte.
What's going on?
According to her, my 12-year-old granddaughter are putting together Lego flowers right now.
Oh, awesome. Share the pictures over on the Greenland Quilter group in Facebook if you want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off the seam at an angle. Okay. Joyce says, got to go for a bit. Someone's knocking at the door. I'll be back. Okay. Hey, Charlotte. Wow, Nico, that's a lot of Legos, Glenda says.
I know.
I love that background and binding fabric. Yeah, me too. Glenda says it's gorgeous. And they want to know what you're cooking.
Soup. Chicken and pork soup. Something good for the...
We'll run video at 2 times to catch up. Welcome back, Shelby. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to turn the quilt.
Soup's done though, by the way.
Is it?
Yep.
I didn't take long. How many chicken pieces did you put in it?
I have cooked it since before 6 o'clock.
Oh, I didn't realize you had been cooking that long.
Yep. You know me.
Yeah, I know.
What was it? Knowing me,
Knowing you. Uh-huh. Nothing we can do. Knowing me, knowing you. Now we'll have that ABBA song on our brain. There's a basting stitch on here that I'm trying to pull out. I didn't catch it the first go around. So how many people love binding? Is binding one of your favorite quilt things to do? Quilt task? Or do you hate it? And tell me why you like binding and tell me why you don't like to bind if you're one of them that don't like binding. I'd love to hear your take on why you love it and why you hate it. Hey, Jess, how are you? Good to see you.
Now I got your hook, huh?
Yeah, you just had to bring that one up. I really hope this doesn't run off into the edge. It shouldn't. So Vicky says, I don't like it because I'm having a hard time with it. Jess says, yes, I enjoy binding. It tells me I'm almost done with the quilt. I liked mitered corners. Yeah, I like the mitered corners too. It gives it a really nice finish to it. I would love to learn to do mitered corners with borders, even though I don't really enjoy doing borders. But it would be nice to make mitered corners for the borders too, because it's just something about how it looks makes it look nicer. But yet I haven't learned how to do that one yet. Maybe one of these days I'll take time with a small project and figure out how to do it. Can we not? Huh?
Let me just
No, you can put it in here and I'll take a snack one. Set it on the ironing table. Right now the quilt's in the way. You made homemade. Did you put pork in it? Andrea says, I love everything about quilting except cutting fabric. I love it because when it's done, the quilt is finished and I get to move on to another fun adventure. Shelby says, I don't mind, especially now that I bought compensating feet that helps keep the seam straight. What's a compensating foot? What's that box on your laptop screen?
huh?
There's some kind of message box on your laptop.
The content of this meeting is being sent to a third party.
Tell it okay, and it'll go away. It's because of Zoom. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm pulling out a basting stitch that got put on here during the quilting process. I didn't realize it was still on here. And I feel like I should pull at least part of it off. Christine did such a super job quilting it. Shelby says it's where one side is raised up slightly to account for the difference in height between the binding edge and the quilt top. Okay, what does that do? Or what is it supposed to make it easier to see?
If you don't want it smacked, get off there, bro. You.
Did you get them food too?
Nope, I got it.
No, I mean, did you buy them food today?
Yeah. Well, we got,
Well, I know we got the hamburger. I didn't know if you bought more chicken or not.
there are some.
Okay. Is it still raining?
What do you call that? Misty rain.
So you can tell I haven't been outside today. I didn't sleep good last night, so I slept part of the day. So I'm just trying to pull this off before I put the next part of the binding on. Sorry it's taking me so long. I just wanted to do something, you know, simple that I didn't have to think about doing. And binding is one of those things where you can sew and talk and, you know, talk to you guys. And I don't have to use too much brain power, so to speak. I know one thing, I'm gonna have to get the vacuum cleaner in here and vacuum the carpet because it's got lots of little thread all over it now. You can tell I've been in here sewing. I don't know why there's so many of these in here. Almost to the bottom of this section where I can go ahead and sew it on. I just want to finish getting it out. Okay. So this will be number 3 finished quilt when I get the binding on. I'm hoping that by the end of the year I'll have several quilt tops. I already have 6 or 7 that are finished, but I think I'll have more to add to my collection soon.
You haven't done mine yet.
No, because I don't know what I'm going to do with yours yet. Are you in a hurry for me to get it done?
I don't know. Maybe. You need to surprise me with that one.
Oh no, I just haven't decided on what I'm going to do with it yet.
Put it in the back end of it.
Huh?
The back end.
Well, it's going to have some blocks around the outer edge of it. Even if they're small blocks. That's a pretty good sized panel. And it is pretty. I usually mess up at the end of binding. I have trouble sewing the 2 ends together because I'm angle challenged. So I always struggle with it. I'm hoping I won't have to struggle too much with it today, but we'll see. We will see. Because normally I usually do.
Cut it out, girl. You're not gonna get my food.
He's like, why not, Daddy? I want some. Share it with me. Yeah, you're not getting any of mine either, Nora. Sorry. I'm almost to the bottom here. I'm hoping Blaze is having a good day today. Christine went and picked up Thomas and Blaze today so that they could celebrate Blaze's birthday. He turns 8 on the 13th of this month, and they're doing his birthday a week early. And it'll help him forget about their current situation, I think. Christine is such a good friend. I'm so blessed to have her in our lives because she has really been trying to help with things, picking Blaze up so Thomas gets a break. And okay, now that I've gotten down to the bottom, I can go ahead and start sewing this other side on. And I can come back to pulling the basting out afterwards. All right, let's go ahead and get this side done. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna turn it up and I'm gonna need a pin.
Down the Ross, upside down.
I thought you finally got that out of your head.
Nope, it's still there though.
Yeah, upside down. Boy, you turned that
I'm gonna start with you that one. That one. So,
inside out. She made lots of money off that particular song because it was such a cute song. Okay. You do not have to take the binding stitch out. It will become, it's not the binding stitch I'm taking out, Robin. It's a basting stitch I'm taking out. It had to, it's when the quilt was basted to the long arm. There's some basting all the way around the outer edge, and I didn't want it to show up in the top side because it might. That's interesting. I thought I took it all the way out. There's still some, there must have been more than one basting stitch on here. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. Take it too long. All right, let's get this back under here. I won't. As soon as I get this one side on, I'll take a bite. Man, the weight of this thing.
get ahead.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. face is so cramped. I know one thing, when it comes to binding and quilting, it makes my shoulders hurt. It means I'm probably not sitting properly. Hey, Garden Quilt and Art Show. Just wanted to stop in and say hi before I go live on my own channel at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I didn't know you went live on Saturdays. That's the first I knew of that. It would be 7, 8, 9 o'clock my time. Thank you for coming by. Do you think it'll cover up the basting stitch, Robin? Because that's what I was worried about, is it showing up. Especially since you can definitely see it. But I didn't know whether the binding would actually cover it up. All right. Yeah, because it'd be 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Usually on Thursdays and Saturdays I go live. It was the only slot that I could find where, I could squeeze in between someone. Sundays is completely out because there's so many people doing it on Sundays. And I'm a small channel. I can't compete with the big ones. Because they're the one that has all the watch hours or viewers, because they have quite a following, the big channel. It'll be a long time before we get that big, if we ever get that big. I don't think I'll ever get that big. But you never know. You can never say never, right, honey?
Never say never.
Never say never. You never know what might happen.
Indeed.
You just never know.
Everything changes fast.
Yeah, it sure does. And it seems like it's after I hit that 1,000 so fast, it's been like very slow after that. Although I have to say thanks to everybody that my watch hours, they're holding their own right now. Hopefully it'll stay like that and continue to be more hours, because it looks like it's slowly progressing, which the watch hours and the viewer numbers is what's more important than the subscription numbers. Okay, we got that one turned. I enjoy your channel. I always learn something from all of you. Yeah, I learn lots from watching channels too. The basting is on the edge of the quilt and the binding should cover it completely. Okay. Hi, Debs. How are you? She says hi to you too, honey.
Hi, Deb.
All right. Now we got this. Let's turn it around.
Well, so I didn't look at that screen because I'm occupied.
Yep, I knew you were occupied, honey. All right. Now let's get this corner done.
Oh.
All right. Now we're going to fold this one and I'm going to pin it in place so that it doesn't move while I get ready to sew it on, or sew it in place, I mean. All right, now pin this part down so it doesn't move, or I'll just put a clip in it. All right. I'm going to take a couple bites of soup and then we'll start on this next side. I hope y'all don't mind me eating in front of you, but our dinner hour runs right into my lives. Garden Quilt Art says, I love your channel. I don't want a big channel. I like being able to interact with, yeah, me too. There's just something about interacting with people in the chat when you're live. And I also like the ability to be able to answer everybody's comments. I go through and I answer everyone's comments when they comment on a video.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Deb says she's good. She just got off of Mona Zoom. Okay. A couple bites made. Let's get this other side done. I don't like when the chat flies by. I know what you mean. I am listening to help with your watch hours, my friend. Thank you so much, because those watch hours is where all our analytics work. Did you know, I got a recent stat that has to do with, you get, one of the stats shows what percentage of subscribers were watching and what percentage of new viewers are watching. And this past week, it's crazy, but 75% of the viewers was new people. And the other little small amount was the subscribers part. So I have a lot of non-subscribed people watching my videos, which helps with watch hours, which is what I'm trying to aim for, is the watch hours. I'm more worried about the watch hours than anything. Because if people aren't watching, then the numbers won't be there. And I appreciate every last one of you who sits and watches them. That means so much to me. It lets me know you're watching. I have a video to edit from our outing the other day. You probably saw where I went live for a few minutes from Princess Mountain, and I did make some pre-recorded videos that I need to edit, and I'll get that up probably tomorrow. So you can, because we stopped at a couple of places where there's a really big mature garden. The trees in her yard there's several Arctic willows, and some of those Arctic willows, the base of them are humongous. It's amazing how big they are. Oh, this is the third side we're getting on right now. Well, technically we only did a half of one side because I started in the middle. Hey, you come here. Is your hands dirty?
Nope, not much.
Because I don't want food on it. Can you put your hand here and kind of, when the machine's moving the just help me slide it that way. Making my shoulder hurt. Don't go too fast. Just a little at a time. Uh-oh, that moved. Something's caught. That looks like it's going to be on the outside.
Hey.
Thanks, babe.
Before she started this YouTube thing, we used to listen to audiobooks.
We still listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
We just haven't this go around yet. Probably should do some sewing where I'm not doing it live.
Yeah.
Just sew. Okay. Uh-oh, something just happened.
Uh-oh.
What happened? You hear that? Oh no!
Out of problem?
No, something happened.
Oh, snagged.
Oh. That's not good.
For a moment.
I don't know what happened.
Knock it off. Nope.
Oh, I think there's something down in here.
Funny. Oh, this inside the glove.
That's funny.
You do that, I'll do that.
Somehow or another, thread ended up down in here. Must have come off the quilt itself.
Probably.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Definitely don't want to break anything. I'm just cleaning this out because something happened, you guys, and I'm going to reset it. So bear with me here till I figure out what happened.
You want me to unpack your favorite meat machine?
What are you talking about?
The singer machine?
Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. We are not sewing on that thing. Not now, not ever. I can't even imagine trying to bind on that thing. I think I would give up quilting with trying to bind on it. Okay, let's try this again. Let me do a test so to make sure there's nothing wrong.
Wow. A lot better.
Something's wrong.
Right.
It had an error. I'll just turn it back on and back on again. Let's see. Oh, crap. All right, you guys, hang on. I have to rethread my machine. All right. My husband is jealous of all my friends on YouTube. Yikes, that's not good.
Why? I wonder. Wait.
I don't know. Some people don't like sharing their other half with anyone. Come on. All right, let's try this again. Let's see what happens. Whatever was wrong is not wrong now. Let me do it one more time just to make sure. Okay, let's try again, babe.
Come on.
Where did we?
It's right here. It's right here. Okay.
Oh, it's way down here at the bottom, huh? That's the first time that's happened on this machine. Nothing wrong with it. I know it needs to be serviced, but I don't have a backup machine while it's gone. Guess I should make a lot of pre-record videos, and then while it's gone, I'll have videos to put up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be sent to Denmark.
Let's check.
Take the bobbin out and clean the shuttle. Yep, that's what I did. I found pieces of thread, so they must have, something must have got sucked down in there. So I probably need to do a thorough cleaning after this. I've been meaning to lay it down on its side so I could get inside of the bottom of it, because I know there's straight pins in the bottom of that thing that fell through the plate.
She gave me a laugh out loud, McGee.
She did?
Yeah, well, I said to laugh out loud, like, oh, yeah. And just before a question of that, how long you haven't washed it? I mean, cleaned the machine.
When did it clean it? I cleaned it, hasn't it been about a week or 2 weeks when I did it on a live?
Perfect.
Because I cleaned it on a live when I was working on, I think, those Raspberry Kiss blocks. I did it on a live, and it probably was about 2 weeks ago, probably. But now I went through a week where I didn't sew at all because I was sick. So, yeah. But
Robin.
don't you know how to clean your machine? There are videos. I did clean I know how to clean my machine. Yeah, a couple weeks ago I cleaned it, but
oh yeah, I was just teasing you with about that singer machine. That's what she meant about laugh out loud.
oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to be back on that thing. No, thank you. Not after being on this 6,700 piece for so long, because it's got me spoiled. I love that it's such a sturdy machine. You better behave yourself. What caused that?
I don't know.
There's so many loose threads under here. I don't know where these are all coming from. Must be from the long arming, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, that probably came from the carpet.
I was trying for you to pick it up, but no.
No, I'm doing something.
All right.
That's more important. These can just go on the carpet because I got a vacuum anyway. Well, I hope I'm not about. Oh, I might not have enough on here. I might have to add another strip. Hope not. That would suck.
I can strip, you know.
You might freak all them ladies out you stripped down. Do you get the lint out from between your feed dogs? Yes. I did that while I just had it open. But what I found inside the bobbin case was pieces of thread, so I don't know where it came from. It must have come off. It might be the loose thread coming off the edge of this quilt, and maybe it got pulled down into the bobbin, and maybe that's what caused it. I don't know. That's the first time that's happened. I thought maybe I might have nicked the bobbin case, which I have backup bobbin cases for free motion, but I haven't got around to buying a backup bobbin just for regular sewing, straight stitch sewing. Coming down to the bottom here. I hope I have enough. I thought that should have been enough because I cut 6 strips. 6 times 42 is
So
6 times 4. That's 2.
the teamwork, Mackie,
Yeah, he's helping,
Robin, sorry.
he's helping me move this because the quilt is heavy.
Yeah, well, I can give her some. I don't know what to call it. I can make her. I can make her laugh a lot.
Love your sense of humor, Nikolai. You and my hubs would really get along. Yep, he has a sense of humor. Sometimes I don't get the humor, which he knows because my brain's broken that way. But a lot of times I do get it too.
Looks like almost.
I hope so, honey. Or I'm going to be in trouble because
I don't think. I think.
You think it'll be enough?
Yeah, I think it'll be enough.
See, the machine is quiet right now, so it's not making. It didn't make that noise. So whatever it was must have been something got sucked down into the. I'll definitely do a good cleaning after this. Get way on down in there and clean it.
Well, but I doubted that she can help me building the Legos, Robin. I will lose my patience right there. Because she's,
I took too long, or I'm too slow. Because I don't get in a hurry when I'm doing stuff like that.
Yeah, you have enough.
All right, we'll start this side now.
Yep, you have, you know.
Nora, you're in my way.
Nora,
She's right. She's asleep. She doesn't realize she's got her butt part between me and that foot. At least she's quiet, not whining.
mhm.
Okay, so I left a big gap on purpose so that I can, because I get really confused with this part where I'm joining corners. So first I'm gonna take it out of the machine. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut a piece off of here so that I can, all right. I spoke too soon, didn't I? Because now she's talking.
Couldn't ask you a question.
Oh, hang on, I'll answer you just a minute.
That's just because I was teasing her.
You can answer that question. You talked to them. I didn't.
I know. Well, was Wednesday. They called me. They're kind of ready to come here to do the rest, whatever they're needing to do, but they're still needing some materials now. So we're kind of sitting in limbo for that part.
You've been sitting in limbo for months.
Yeah, which is annoying, to be honest.
Okay, now I want to. Maybe you could roll that part over there a bit. Until I think. Okay, so this needs to be this way, I think. Let me think. See, I always struggle with this part of the binding, sewing the edges together. And I should not have shortened this as much as I did. So
Matt had the same problem as you do.
okay, who does?
Matt Geek.
Yeah, I always have.
Math Geek.
Okay, so this is going to be this way. This way. This way. Maybe this needs to be like this and then turn this way.
Trying to figure it out.
Yes, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, well, hopefully this week, Linda. When it's done, we will try to work on that. Whatever there is, try to collect those glass shards or any materials that have tiny glass symbols, trying to remove them. All right. Well, you figure it out. Can I go and get me some soup?
Yeah, watch out that you don't drop that in the hole.
Too late. Too late.
The supplies come by ship. Is the ocean iced over? There's ice. There's sheets of ice surrounding the southern part of South Greenland right now. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and eat, you guys. Okay, I think I figured it out. Let me pin it to make sure I have. I'm making me a sample to see if I can make sure I don't.
Too far.
I don't know why I always have trouble with this part of it, but I do. It should do like that. Just like your binding strips. Right side space. And yeah, my problem is getting that right angle. Because when you're turning it while it's fastened to the fabric, my brain has trouble with that.
Sorry about that.
You don't stick your nose in my food bowl, Missy. So we got this one going this way. And I'm going to lay it this way. And then the other one, and I was right about one thing. I shouldn't have left that.
Joelsen.
What?
The chimes are singing. The wind had shifted.
From the south or to the north?
Let's have this out.
I'm just taking some of the seam out so I have more to work with.
Let's have this out.
Okay, now then, let's try this again. Only let's just clip this together right here. It's so stiff, it's hard for me to work with it. Hey, Michelle, welcome, welcome. Michelle says, hi, Katie and Nico and friends. I have trouble with the binding too. When I practice sewing the binding together, I baste the ends so it's easier if you have to rip it. That makes,
Michelle.
that's actually a really good idea, Michelle. Okay, let's get this one turned in the right direction again, which is this way. And then this one. If I'm turning this the right direction, let's pin the corner down first. That way it's not moving around on me. Or I'll put a clip in it. Clip might work. Okay. Does this ever get easier, you guys? When it comes to doing these angles for the binding? Because sometimes I feel like it's always a losing battle. All right, let's hope I got it in the right direction here. So it's going to go across here. Let's hope I got the right angle on this, you guys. Because if not, I'll be ripping it out. I don't know, maybe. All right, let's see if I did it in the right direction. It looks like I did. Good.
Nora!
You got in my...
Phooey. Bad girl.
Okay, looks like I got it in the right direction, so I just need to trim it. Now that's the first time I've gotten it right on the first go around. Okay, now all I gotta do is sew it all on there. Move all this stuff out of my way. I need to switch feet again.
All right.
Yeah, she was in the way. Sorry, I moved her. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to finish sewing the binding on, and then it'll all be on one piece. This thread sticking out. We have two seams really close. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the language. Okay. Yeah, I can see that basting stitch. See it?
Mm-hmm.
That means I am gonna have to go through here by hand and deal with that. My sharp scissors.
Oh, you mean deep?
No, the smaller ones that look like that. They're around here somewhere. Okay, so I got the binding on the back. So I'll show you if I can. I don't know if you'll be able to tell it or not. So here's, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the binding is now on the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, tangle, I don't know without pleating. Okay, so I sometimes think a round quilt would be easier to be way easier to bind. Yeah, I think so too. I have to kind of fold the quilt in half under the opening and pin like crazy. Yeah, it's like a precarious, especially when you have limited space. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera back around. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be rude and eat first. I hope y'all don't mind. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the iron and press it, the binding part, press it, you know, for to lay out flat. And then I'll go ahead and turn it and start pinning it, or clipping it rather. I hope no one's offended that I'm eating in front of them. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Michelle. How many years did it take you guys to get the binding where it wasn't such a struggle to do? I know where my scissors are, babe.
Okay.
You're over here on the floor. Down there, see?
When you're
Yep, it goes to my stiletto.
no, no, no.
There's a Christine in here. Do you see a Christine? I don't.
I'm seeing.
Says hi, Christine.
Get down.
Oh, must be Tangle Death. Maybe that's who we're talking about. Tangle Death says, I hope it will be this year that the binding all comes together smoothly. And Shelby says, yes, please have some food. And Andrew says, it doesn't bother me. I eat in front of you all the time. Laugh out loud. Nikolai's trying to get my appetite to turn back on. We're having a hard time with it. Hey, Christine, she is here. You see what I'm working on? I'm binding the quilt you quilted. So Christine Relaford is the person who quilted my Stronger Together quilt that I'm putting a binding on right now. Michelle says I have to look up tutorials before I do it. Sometimes because I don't make a lot of quilts. That makes sense. How's things going over your way, Christine? How's the little man? My soup is cold.
Uh-huh. That's because you wait too long.
Babe, can you cover this?
What?
This is all for now. Will you cover it up?
All right.
And I'll eat some more later. I suddenly don't want to eat. Okay. Let me I'm gonna turn the camera around. Christine says, I see, I love it. I'm gonna turn the smaller camera around so you can see me while I'm pressing this. We are waiting for Darius to get home so we can do Blaze's birthday party. I hope you get video some of the party so I can see it. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around to my little ironing station. And I'm gonna turn this around so I can all right. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press from corner to corner, you know, so that when I get ready to flip the binding.
That's Christine that messaged you on Messenger with a picture.
Oh, okay. So when I get ready to flip it, it'll lay down better. Or at least I think it'll lay down better. I could be wrong on that.
Oh, 241.
I've got 2 sides done so far. All right, we'll start on the 3rd side. I definitely can see the basting over here on this one side. Okay, almost there.
Be careful with the Darth Vader. He's going to hunt you.
I don't know what that means.
Remember the Star Wars movies? Almost there. Almost there. He didn't get blown up. Darth Vader shot him.
Oh. All right, we're almost where I need to be. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, okay, I'm gonna have a quick peek at a picture that Christine sent. What time is Darius supposed to get off from his work? And I'm gonna flip the camera back around again. All right. Whoa, somebody's a happy camper. Wow. Somebody, oh my gosh. Give him hugs and kisses from us, okay? So our grandson turns 8 on the 13th, and Christine is giving him a birthday party today. And I know that's, and because that'll definitely lift little man's spirits. Won't it, Christine? If we do that pair of scissors. Oh, here they are. Sending you a pic. Y'all want to hang on a second. Let me see if I can share the picture of Blaze. Is that okay with you, Christine? I'm going to share my screen so they can see a picture of the happy little man. He came out and saw it and almost cried. Aw. That means you did make his day. Blaze has a surprise he's making me? What's he making me? Inquiring minds want to know what he's making. Okay, Facebook. All right, so now what I'm going to do is share a screen. Share a screen. Here we go. First, I need to make sure I have the pictures where I can find them. Okay, yep, here they are. All right. Okay, now let's do share a screen. Can y'all see this? So this is the what Christine set up for Blaze's birthday. So this is for his 8th birthday. So that's his beautiful birthday table. And here he is, the little man himself. And he's wearing a cool looking Zelda shirt. Oh, that's awesome. So anyway, this is my grandson, Blaze. And they're over at Christine's having a party for his birthday. So I'm so thankful for that. Okay. Stop sharing. Did everybody see that okay? All right. I need to pull some of these. I found some more basting I need to pull out before I turn the binding over and start sewing it to the front, because it looks like it might show up if I don't. So this is, I bet he's been talking nonstop at me. I bet he's looking forward to seeing Darius too. Darius is Christine's son. And Blaze likes him a lot. Okay. I still look like I have a piece of basting left on here. I'm just taking it out, so bear with me here for a minute. Okay. All right, let's start doing this. He is very cute. And I know that today is special for him. Get a little bit of fun and sunshine in between all the bad stuff that's been going on. I have to say, he is adapting to his situation. He's not he hasn't given Thomas too much of a hard time, and I'm glad about that. You know, I know it's got to be confusing for him for right now, but he's doing really good, and I'm really happy for that he is. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start clipping. I'm not going to sew immediately. I want to clip it first to make sure that everything's laying down the way I want it to, and then we'll sew. So I'm breaking out the clips. time you guys might sing happy birthday to him? Because maybe we can watch you sing happy birthday to him. And maybe we can get in on the singing too. What do you think about that, baby?
Doable.
That's doable, right?
Love that.
This binding's going to look great, I think. Are you making progress on yours?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, slowly.
Slowly?
Yeah.
Slowly, but surely.
Sometimes helping, giving a hand to you, than wasting more time there.
It wasn't wasting time. It was just taking a little time away from what you're doing. You usually don't mind, though.
Hello. I'm just giving a little hard
I
time.
know you love busting my chops. It's hard to believe that he's 8 years old. Going to be 8, I mean. I don't know where the time went, man. The youngest grand is, she turned 4. Her name is Ava. And the granddaughter that's ahead of her is it Aria? Let's see, Aria was born in 2017, right? 18, 19, 20.
It'll be 7.
Yeah, she turned 7 this year, back in April. She was an April baby. See here. Everybody still there? Does the chat stop moving?
I'm sure they're sewing and listen, or somebody eating. I don't know.
That's true. What time is it?
Nine.
Wow, 2 hours has already gone by?
Yeah.
Wow.
One of the ladies is live by now.
Yeah, she's probably already gone. She said she starts her live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's like right now. Right at dinner hour. No, it's not here yet. It has been shipped though, but I haven't checked the last couple days to see where exactly it's at. But it should get here soon. The only reason it's taking a while is because I paid on it late. Do y'all like the panels that came in the Liberty box? Andrea says, yeah, I had to feed the rabbits before the storms. 6:01 Eastern Standard Time. It's always amazing how long it takes for things to do. It took me that long just to sew the binding on the back, honey.
Mm.
It took me 2 hours just to sew the binding on the back.
Yeah, well,
but I was struggling with it too.
Yeah, you have a little bit.
And then the machine did something weird first time for that. I thought maybe I had, when I saw that error, I'm like, uh-oh, I thought I had damaged it. But it seems okay.
And of course, me telling you to eat some food.
Shelby says, yes, I like the panel. I actually already had one of them, laugh out loud. I'm going to replace the pinwheels with friendship stars. That sounds like a plan. I don't know. I might give the panels away.
Oh.
I'm not that big on, unless I sew the panel on the back of it. Could do that. Use it as a backing. I think I'm going to put my walking foot on here, honey. I think I'm gonna try to put my walking foot on here for this. Because it might help move the quilt through the feed dogs better. Especially if because I really want to see if I can't get that 1/8 of an inch edge on the binding instead of, you know, a bigger seam.
Yeah.
The only downside to using dark color is it's hard to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
The friendship stars are to make it look pretty, Shelby. Okay, now let's get this other side clipped, and then it'll be ready for sewing. Babe, this week I want to get that curtain rod hung from the ceiling in here so that I can hang a quilt from it. And we just need to go and see if we can find those curtain rod clips that you clip curtains onto, because that would be how we could hang the quilt from the curtain rod. Is using little clips. I
got too many music in my head.
I know. I want to listen to music too.
One of them is from the movie called Desperado.
Desperado.
That music. Where Antonio Banderas was playing it. It was good music.
Antonio Banderas was singing it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. You need to see it. Antonio Banderas playing the guitar there. And it was a good movie. A lot of killing though.
Andrew says, I normally sew the front of the binding on by machine and hand sew on the back. I normally am worn out by the time I get it done on the machine, and I'm ready to move to the recliner to finish it. Well, I don't know how to hand sew, so that's why I'm not doing it. Shelby says that Antonio Banderas is a good singer.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could sing. But there's lots of stars that can sing, I've noticed. All right, let's see if we can't get a cranky walking foot on my machine.
I have the soundtrack with that movie called Desperado, where Antonio was playing.
Oh, stop, Nora. Not time to eat yet.
It was the second time that I saw who was it? Salma Hayek there.
Who?
Salma Hayek.
Who is that?
She's a actor too. First time I saw it, it was on From Dusk to Dawn.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
I've seen a lot of movies that I'm sure that you haven't seen that is like, who? Huh?
Oh, all these newer actors, I don't even know who half of them are.
You did know that Vin Diesel was at Saving Private Ryan.
What?
Vin Diesel was at Saving Private Ryan.
There's no way he's in that movie.
He is there.
Well, I don't think so, honey. I think that you're mistaken on that one.
Nope, he's there. Trust me.
I would have remembered seeing him on there.
He is there.
What part did he play?
He's the one that got shot by the sniper at the beginning where they tried to save the family, French family.
I don't remember what
during the rain.
Yeah, I don't remember what the movie was even about, other than it was saving a military person.
You know what it's about? The whole movie?
It's about them going to award her some kind of award, and they're trying to find reasons not to award it to her.
No, the whole movie's vision was that the prophet they're trying to save was that his brothers was annihilated during the whole war. I think he was the fifth brother. The other four was killed in action.
Yeah, but that movie wasn't about somebody dying. It was about saving her, wasn't it?
Saving him.
Oh, I thought Private Ryan was the woman.
Nope.
Meg Ryan.
Nope. Saving Private Ryan is a man. Okay.
I just don't care for those kind of war movies. That's why I probably don't remember that much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Pearl Harbor was about the only movie I really enjoyed, and Midway a little bit. But them other ones, not so much.
Oh, I enjoyed Midway.
Even the old Midway movie was good. We saw those in U.S. history class. They showed the movies to us.
The old movies?
Yep.
Wow.
That's why I enjoyed the studying World War II in high school. The rest of that was so boring. Oh my God, I slept through most of it.
Me, I would have been awake. Totally.
I'm sure you would have, because you like history. Me, I could care less about history. Science, put me in a science class, I'm perfectly content with that. But nope, history's not my thing. I could care less. I've gotten better about it. I mean, I've gotten where I at least watch, don't mind some of it. When I was in college, I had to take a U.S. history class. Well, you had a choice of U.S. history or European history. And I did U.S. history for from 1865 to something. And it was interesting. I still didn't, I still couldn't tell you what date this and this and this happened, because dates just don't.
You're not very good with dates.
No, I don't see the point in needing to know what year something happened. I mean, other than the, the Declaration of Independence or something like that, that's good to know when that happened, but the rest of that doesn't matter. I know one thing, I really like to have an open toe on here, because I can't see what I'm doing. Shelby says, I saw something on YouTube with Bendtsensvej, Phantom of the Opera. Oh yeah, he was singing with some woman, but he didn't actually participate in the movie itself. But yeah, I heard him singing that song, and he was doing a good job of it. Who would have ever thought that Rhett Butler could sing until you saw him in Phantom of the Opera? If I'm not careful, this thing's going to be a mess. Y'all, I got the foot on. Did you see that? Saw her in a movie with Matthew Perry, but the name of the movie escapes me. Saw who play in a movie with Matthew Perry. Once I started working on genealogy, I started to enjoy history. The way they teach it in the US today is with lots of memorization and super. You're right, it's very boring. You memorize all those dang dates, and for what? What part of life are you going to use all those dates in? I even took a Bible history class one time. I think I took it in my junior year, I believe, either my sophomore year or my junior year. I took Bible as a history class also, and it was okay. I think I enjoyed the philosophy and religion class at the college more than I enjoyed taking Bible in high school. And now they're about to try to make it law, and I wish they wouldn't. I think people should have a right to choose whether they want their kids to learn religion or not. Well, there's going to be a gap on this. Has anyone ever used glue to glue their binding down before sewing it down? Anyone in here done that before? Forget history and you are bound to repeat it. What a shame that would be. Well, that depends on what you're repeating. I don't think anyone's, yeah. Babe, have you seen that left-handed glove? The one I cut the tips off of?
No. Only the right one.
The right one. I don't need the right one. I need the left one. But I don't know what I did with it. I might help slide this through here better. I think my hand is going to be hurting tomorrow. I might get this done tonight.
That one?
Yeah, the binding.
Yeah.
It's putting a strain on my hand. The one that's been hurting all the time. Uh-oh.
Hmm?
Something's happening here. Something's pushing on something.
That's just no. No big deal.
Okay. We're coming along on this, you guys.
Just looking up it in the hand.
Well, I might before it's over with.
Well, it seems to be that you need to rewatch Saving Private Ryan.
No, I'm not really interested in seeing it again, babe.
Only that part where I'm telling you that it was Vin Diesel.
Just get this turned around. Katie, your elbow should be at a 45-degree angle. You are lifting your shoulder, and that should not happen. You're putting too much pressure on your arm. Raise the chair. The chair is as far as it'll go up, and the desk can't move up or down. I don't know if the chair's, I think the chair's still up. Yeah, it's still up. I don't have access to things here like we do in the United States.
Limited access.
Yep, everything's limited. Can't even find a sewing machine. I want a sewing machine table that I could go up and down if I want to stand and sew, but can't find one over here.
They have to import it.
Yeah, if the electrical part of it will work with ours.
Yep.
That's the problem. When I was talking to that manufacturer of the, remember that table? No, you weren't with me at QuiltCon, but I talked to a company that makes the kind of table that I want.
Yeah.
They're a Canadian company, but he said he didn't know whether they could switch European, to a European electrical system on that kind of table or not. Which is what, we need in order to, because I'm not going to spend money if I can't use it. Maybe you could put some blocks under the desk. I don't know. Actually, the table needs to be lower than the chair. I guess. I don't know. I definitely have trouble with my arm and my shoulder. And it's because we haven't been able to find the right kind of table for it. If I lived in the United States, I could get any kind of table I want. Try sitting on a pillow or two. That might be an idea. I hadn't thought of that. Make a pillow to sit on.
No.
Yep. Don't have to move, Nora. Yeah, I definitely don't want the table to be taller. Do any of you have that same problem with your desk being the wrong height? Or do most of y'all have cabinets where your machine sits down in it? Boy, what I wouldn't do to have mine sit down in it. Yep. It puts pressure on my whole arm up here, and it ends up with my shoulders hurting. But I've been having trouble with my hand here. There's something going on here with my hand. When I go to pick things up or like close my hand in a fist, it hurts. And that pain runs up my arm a little bit. So I don't know what that means exactly. But my age is starting to catch up with me. No cabinet. I have a sewing table my great grandfather made for my great grandma. Oh, that's so cool. My machine sits on top of my desk. Yeah, that's what this one does. And because it has this table that goes, the little extension table on it, the machine sits up higher anyway on top of the desk. Robin says, what an accomplishment for you, Katie. You should be very happy with what you have finished. I am happy. Michelle says, yes, my friend uses Elmer's glue all the time for the second side. Glue a section at a time lightly and then press with an iron to dry it. It holds all four sides down and doesn't gum up the needle. I was wondering whether the glue would or not. My machine sits down, but I cannot cram my knees under all the way, so I sew sitting fairly far away. Robin says, has pressure on the nerves. Andrea says, I put a card table beside me to hold a quilt up off the ground so that I don't have so much weight working against me. I also put a table in front of my desk for the quilt to have someplace to go. Yeah, I have a table in front of it, but guess what's monopolizing all the tabletop? Let me see, camera, lights, monitor, laptop, surge protector. So there's no space up in front of my machine because the whole table's covered in technology. You could use a couple bed pillows, just don't fart. Shelby says the extension table won't fit on mine because there's a raised back portion to store great grandma's 1974 Singer. Wow.
What?
74 Singer.
What number?
1974.
Can you repeat that again, please?
I've already said it twice.
I'm a little tone deaf with those numbers.
Yeah, you and my brother. I used Elmer's glue to base my quilt for the first time. SOS for the first time. SOS far so good. Does that mean it went good? Or it didn't? We have one more side to go after this, I think. Yep, one more side. And then it will be finished, you guys. I will have another finished quilt to add to my list of finished quilts. All right, let's turn this around. Hey, Janice. How you doing, girlfriend? All right, here comes this last side.
Really, girl? Help me, really?
Arm is getting. Can you come help?
Yep.
I'm glad to hear you're doing great. That's great. If you just keep moving it as I'm moving it, my arm is hurting. Michelle wants to know what Lego set your husband is making.
Loop,
Tell her it's a roller coaster.
roller coaster loop.
Something's pulling. You hear that delay? That's funny. No, your tongue is cold. Right. Hang on a second. Ignore. It's finished, you guys. All right, the binding is on. Yay! I now have a finished quilt. Hot dog. We can get that rod hung up. I can hang it from the.
Oh,
I want to leave it hanging up somewhere so those creases will come out of it, but I don't have anywhere to hang it up right now. Okay. All right. Just lay it on the ironing station for right now. Okay, so that's all done. I'm glad it's done too. Okay, so now that we've accomplished that, and thank you guys. Yep, I am super happy about having it finished. So we got one more finished quilt done, completely done. Thank you everyone for coming and sitting with me. So the only other thing I thought I would bring up, again, the elephant in the room. Don't forget that I'm still doing the fundraiser, and there's 2 quilts that will be given away during the drawing. I haven't set a drawing date yet, but I think that I probably will set it for like the first weekend in August. Let me see what that date looks like. Maybe we can do it right before school starts. Let's see what the date first weekend in August is. First weekend in August would be, oh no, what are you doing? The first weekend of August would be Saturday, August the 3rd. So I either will set it the cutoff date as far as the drawing is concerned. Y'all can donate to your heart's content, that's fine. But the drawing, I'll either schedule it for the August 3rd or August 10th, one of the two. So, and there's 2 to be given away instead of 1. Another very generous viewer has donated a quilt also, so I'll be giving 2 away. So don't forget about my fundraiser. You can go through my community tab, and there's links posted there for both PayPal and for GoFundMe. A lot of people are more comfortable with the GoFundMe, and I'm fine with that. We've set it up. So Thomas is okay. This past week, here's an update. This past week, he's gone from number 2 position for housing to number 1 position. But that really doesn't mean anything in the grander scheme of things, because it could take weeks, months, years for him to get into housing. So y'all keep him in his prayers, and let's hope something comes up available quickly and he's not continuing to be homeless. So I appreciate everything all of y'all have done for me and my channel. Did you want to say anything, babe? No? Okay. We've been on here since, yeah, it's
almost 3 hours.
We've been on for 3 hours, right?
Yeah, almost 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours. So yeah. So anyway, I am so happy I finished my quilt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what day is Labor Day weekend in August. Would that be a problem? I stopped keeping up with US holidays because they don't really mean anything over here. I don't know. I'll look and see. If it's Labor Day weekend, then I'll make sure. Well, I usually Labor Day weekend happens, what, the first week in school or a week afterwards? I don't know. I'll look it up and see. And I'll give y'all a date when I figure it out. In the meantime, thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for all the watch hours you're giving my channel. Y'all keep doing that. Keep sharing when you can, or when you feel like sharing, share the video. I am really I'm hoping that I'll get better at this as day goes by. Labor Day is the first weekend of September. Okay, good. Because I didn't think Labor Day happened in August, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, thank you for all of that. And hey Patty. We got some coming in right now. Oh, so Patty, this is what I worked on. For those that just came in, I have done the binding on my Stronger Together quilt, the one for 2023. So it is completely bound and finished. All done. That's what I did today in the live, is we put binding on it. So it's all done. So now I have 3 finished quilts. Well, I did have 4, but like I said, I gave one of them away recently for someone's 60th birthday. Patty says she just woke up. Okay, and I'll keep you up to date on how Thomas and Blaze are doing. Like I said, he's over with Christine today. They both are, and they're celebrating Blaze's 8th birthday. Y'all, between all of you who have helped, and Christine has been so helpful, and she's gone and got Blaze and took him to do things with him so that he doesn't feel, you know, the weight of everything on him, you know. So he's doing really good as far as, you know, his attitude and everything's really good with him right now. Leanna says she just woke up from a very long nap. Patty just woke up from a nap. What else can I talk? Next week, babe, will you go get my calendar off the bed?
Yeah.
I'll give you some updates on a couple of things that's going on. One is next Thursday, the 11th. I have been invited to someone else's channel, and the name of the channel is, hang on, bear with me because I have to go look it up because I can't get the exact name right. The channel name what is the channel name? Anyway, it's GQUAT. Y'all probably know who it is. And her name is Dolores. She, well, Dolores wrote me the email, but she helps Auntie Ellen with her channel. And Thursday the 11th, I'll be on her channel. So that's going to be really cool. The other things I have going on next week is I have a live with Russ. That will be on the 8th. And I will be doing a sew together with the quilting guys, John, on the 13th. So that's what's going on next week. And does anyone have any questions they want to ask me? Fire away.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom. So anyone that has a question, go ahead and ask me, and you know, we'll go ahead and answer that. In the meantime, everything's going okay, Liana. I'm feeling better. The quilt giveaway, we're slowly raising funds, and I'll probably schedule, we have 2 quilts now, as you know, Liana. So we're going to be giving away 2 of them. And I'll probably schedule it for like either the first weekend in August or the second weekend in August of doing the drawing. That gives everybody a chance that wants to donate, can donate, but they can still donate even if you do the drawing. I mean, the GoFundMe is going to stay up. But thanks to everybody's generosity, we've been keeping the hotel roof over his head. And like I said, he's sitting in #1 position for housing. It's just, we don't know when that will happen, because there is a waiting list. Well, there's a waiting list. And even though he's in the first position, it could take time because housing is shortage everywhere, including Georgia. So, you know, if he'd have stayed in Florida, I think he would be sleeping in not in Florida. If he stayed in California, more than likely they'd be sleeping in a tent because it's so much more expensive there than it is in Georgia. So anyway, thank you all for your support, for those who have donated to the cause. Y'all have no idea how much that means to me. I really didn't want to have to ask for help. I'm not very good at it. I feel like it's wrong to ask for help, but that's the way I was raised. Nobody does anything for anyone motto from my father. So, you know, there's that. Thank you for coming and watching my channel and for the watch hours. Anyway, I think it's time to go. So thank you for coming to the live tonight. So make sure to live, laugh, love, dream, and make sure you create something beautiful out of all of that. And have a great weekend. And thank you for coming to my live, and see you on the next video. Bye, everyone. Did you want to say bye, honey?
Bye.
And thank you for all the compliments on the quilt also.